Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. We just had a PlayStation State of Play, a special Japan-only edition, and it was announced not too long ago, sort of out of the blue, and lots of people were hoping for some fighting game news. And, well, frankly, we didn't get a lot. A lot of people hoping for, like, Soul Calibur 7 or an all-new Dead or Alive announced, and, I don't think that was ever gonna happen here. We got a new Blaze Blue entropy effect coming, apparently. That's cool. But the big news of the day is for Marvel Tokon. Marvel Tokon was announced just about 6 months ago now, and we had that one beta that was a little weird because it kept stopping and starting. It would be up for a few hours, be down for a few hours. More on that to come in a moment. But hey, so the big news, at least fighting game-wise, out of this PlayStation State of Play is, hey, Marvel Tokon is back and we're gonna have another beta. And the beta is gonna have a few new features from the last time around. So no new characters announced. That's sort of the big one, sort of the frustrating one, because we've known the characters that are here since it was originally announced, right? I don't think it's going to have like a 40+ character roster or anything, but it's been half a year. The game's out next year by their own wording, by their own statements, right? So you'd think there'd be, at least a character announced by now, but oh well. So let's talk the news. There's a couple things, not the least of which, hey, the beta returns, right? That's sort of the big one. So the beta is going to return next month. It'll be running December 5th through the 7th. Still PlayStation only, Sony's publishing it, so makes sense. A little unfortunate timing, for me, someone who covers all fighting games. This is also the exact same days that the Avatar closed alpha is running. So they're going to be stepping on each other's toes. Obviously, Marvel's going to be a bigger deal, but it's just unfortunate. But since we're talking about Avatar at the moment, earlier today, by the way, it is confirmed the game will be motion inputs. So I know in recent times, people are up in their feelings about, motion versus simple input. So hey, Avatar has motion inputs. Now back to Marvel. So again, the Marvel beta will be running December 5th through the 7th, and there will be no stopping the beta. There'll be no intermissions, no stopping the servers, putting them back on. It's just going to run continuously for the entire duration. And this is not the same build as it was last time. We got new stages for one, not the least of which the X Mansion. That's an all new stage, and we're going to talk about that more later in the video. But we're also going to have more playable characters. So in this build, we're going to have everyone we had in the previous build, but also Ghost Rider and Spider-Man. So more stages, more characters, that sounds good. Versus computer battles if you want to practice your combos before you play other players. I do like this part of the trailer here. No breaks throughout the beta weekend. Yeah, that's how that normally goes. You guys just did it sort of weird last time around. I'm happy for it, don't get me wrong, right? Just weird. So yeah, beta is coming back, and also some additional details beyond that. As per the PlayStation blog, if you were already in the last beta, you're already in this beta, so no need to re-sign up. Although if you haven't signed up, go do that now. And there's going to be some changes. So balance adjustments, performance, visual enhancements. That's a big one to me because the game was already beautiful as it stood, right? What is there to enhance? I'll take it, I guess. For balance stuff, some people were saying when the Tokyo Game Show build that the aspects of tagging in and out might be a bit faster and better. Never really got to try the Tokyo Game Show build, so who knows? I think that'll become apparent enough once we get our hands on it. And as for character specific balance, I don't know. The game was basically alive for a little over 24 hours. No one got good enough with any character to do anything appreciable to find out really big stuff. So balance changes, I don't know. That's a big question mark. Unless they just full on change combo routing or how move properties work. So, okay, that's basically long and short of that stuff, right? So beta's back December 5th through 7th. Sign up now if you haven't already. Play the beta, and there's going to be improvements. And then there's more stages. So Savage Land. In the Tokyo Game Show build, we already covered that. And Savage Land is full of tons of really cool stuff. But then we got the X Mansion. And, X Mansion, sort of a big, iconic location in Marvel Comics, to say the least. And before we dig into what's there, one thing to note. The X Mansion is a singular stage. The New York stage you're familiar with, that's the center, and you can break the wall to either the right or the left of the stage. Savage Land is even bigger. It's 5 parts to the entire stage. The X Mansion is one thing, that's it. So singular stage, so if you hit the wall, you hit the wall. There's no breakthrough moments. So the stages are more than just cosmetics. Like the overall length of the stage does change stage to stage. And this allows them to get a lot crazier with it. They say the expansion will change dramatically over the course of the battle. Which, if you're investing in only one area, it allows you to do that, right? Because if you're constantly shifting, stages left or right, not much value in constantly inputting on one particular stage over another, because you don't get to see it. Here, the focus will always be on the X-Mansion, so you can kind of, hopefully, get a little crazy with it. So that's a cool way to do it, right? Savage Land, there's lots of areas in the Savage Land, so it's an extra big stage with 5 segments, right? The X-Mansion's just the X-Mansion, so we're focusing on the mansion and nothing else. So, out of the gate here, there's lots of little cameo appearances. Which is both cool and maybe a little distressing, because if you're a cameo appearance in the background, it doesn't necessarily disqualify you from being a playable character, but it definitely also doesn't help your case. Again, not a guaranteed lockout, but if you're a background character, you're definitely less likely to be a playable character, at least in my opinion. And the stage apparently being very dynamic, the roster keeps changing all the time. We have Iceman, we have Angel, we got Beast, we got Professor X, Classic in the wheelchair, we got Colossus. Like, all of this is definitely meant to be evocative of, like, golden age X-Men, right? Like, 90s X-Men. If you only remember that, Professor X and Beast are not the characters you remember anymore. They're very far from it. Not as nice, let's put it that way. But now, just moving on to the next shot, right? We can already see the rosters changing up a bit. You can see Gambit down there in the corner. We have Nightcrawler now front and center. There's Sentinels walking around in the background. They were not there in the beginning of the shot. Oh, and of course, the Blackbird's there. Sort of a big deal, sort of an iconic vehicle of the X-Men. You can see Iceman is now pondering the statue in the middle, and to the right of Nightcrawler we have Psylocke, which I really do hope Psylocke is playable, but hey, she's in the background, right? So it could be a rotating cast just throughout the stage, or maybe the events change up who's doing what, right? Because now, that Iceman, right? Iceman now just built his own ice statue. So over the course of the match, I guess he'll get bored and just build statues around the stage. Gotta wonder if it gets all the way crazy with it. Like, we got those Sentinels in the background. So maybe by the end of the match, the Sentinels are like destroying the mansion or something like that. Lord knows the mansion's been destroyed enough times over the show and the comics over the years. At minimum, though, the X-Men are getting their due. Because, it's only in recent memory that you're allowed to remember the X-Men were a thing, right? Because everything had to suffer for the sake of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if we couldn't use it for the Cinematic Universe, it basically didn't exist. I'm glad we're past that point. As a Fantastic Four fan, it was a rough few years. They canceled the comic. Like, it's all back now. The recent movie was actually pretty damn good. But just, man, it's frustrating. But yeah, that all said here, not a lot of info. Definitely could have used some more, even if it was just a single character trailer or something for a game that certainly has a lot more characters to come. But we'll file it under you takes what you can get. And that is the news for the moment. So that all said, that is it for the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some fighting games.